Have you walked down the streets of Stormwind at dawn, when the banners hang tired and gray, where the gold-cloaked guards pass the hungry ones by, and the children just beg in the way? I have marched in the sunlight in Lordaeron's fields, where we swore we would never give ground. Now I walk past the shadows of men without bread, and I hear not a righteous sound. So how can you tell me the kingdom stands tall, when its people lie broken and worn? You who feast in the keep with your silver and silk, have you walked Stormwind streets in the morn? I see faces from lands that were taken by death, from the plague and the fires long past. They fled from the ruin with nothing but hope, thinking here they'd find shelter at last. But the coin takes their shelter, the law takes their pride, and the cold takes the rest in the night. While the lords raise their taxes and speak of their wars, and claim that their cause still is right. So how can you tell me the kingdom stands tall, when its people lie broken and worn? You who feast in the keep with your silver and silk, have you walked Stormwind streets in the morn? I have walked through the farmlands of Westfall's dry dust, where the soil used to answer the plow. Now the fields stand in iron, all gears and cold flame, and no farmer remembers them now. I saw fathers turn thieves with their children behind, starving eyes and their hands raised in plea. But the swords of the heroes cut them where they stood, for daring to not bend the knee. So how can you tell me the kingdom stands tall, when its people lie broken and worn? You who send out your blades in the name of the light, have you walked Stormwind streets in the morn? I wore crimson and fire, I carried the flame, with a sister who stood at my side. She was fierce as the dawn and unyielding in war, with a faith that no darkness could hide. We struck down the dead in their endless advance, steel and fire and prayer in our breath. She would laugh in the face of the horrors we faced, and make light of the shadow of death. So how can you tell me the kingdom stands tall, with such courage now lost and forlorn, when the brave who once fought for the weak and the lost are just names no one speaks of at morn? In a tavern tonight I sat quiet alone, with a cup and the ghosts in my head, when a young girl passed by with a smile in her eyes, and I saw the tears I had shed. For I knew one like her, just as fearless and bright, who once stood where the darkness was deep. Till one night in the black we were taken by blades, and I still hear the way she would weep. She cried out for her children long taken by war, as the life slowly slipped from her veins. And I held her there close while the fire in her dimmed, and was left with the weight of her pain. Now I drink just to bury the sound of her voice and the vows that I could not defend. But the streets echo louder than anything I drowned, with a truth I can't make it to end. So how can you tell me the kingdom stands tall when its people lie broken and worn? You who sleep through the cries in the alleys at night, have you walked Stormwind streets in the morn? For I see in their faces the same quiet fear that once haunted the lands I have known. And I wonder how long till the war reaches here, till the seeds of this suffering are sown. Will they stand? Will they fight? Will they fall as we did? Will they cry out for mercy in vain? Or will none come at all when the darkness arrives, and just leave them to die in the rain? So don't tell me this kingdom stands noble and strong while its people lie broken and worn. For I've walked through its heart, and I've seen what remains on the cold, silent streets of the morn. Yes, I've walked through its heart, and I've seen what remains on the cold, silent streets of the morn.